They did it twice in a row. They're like, oh, back to doubling that guy. Oh, shit. It's killing us. 4 points.
Yeah.
Well, he realized he was missing a bunch of three-pointers and decided, since he was predictable at taking every three he had, he decided to drive the ball, which works for a couple baskets, and it helps swing momentum. And Cleveland just did a lot of things that worked last night. I think it all comes down to LeBron James just knowing when to give the next guy the ball.
Yep. All right, we'll stop beating that one up. I will say, if you haven't heard, Kyrie did have knee surgery on his broken kneecap the day after he hurt it. So what was that? Friday.
Friday.
Had it Friday. That was quick. That was a quick turnaround. He's definitely out for the rest of the postseason. Nuggets digging deep here.
Oh, no.
The Nuggets have officially interviewed Mike D'Antoni for their coach opening.
Man, really? You go from Coach of the Year George Karl to Mike D'Antoni, also former Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
I understand you guys being Laker fans hating on D'Antoni, and I probably would too. But since D'Antoni left, have the Lakers gotten any better? I mean, I don't think D'Antoni was the problem.
Nope. He started the problem. He started the downward spiral.
No, Mike Brown started the downward spiral.
Yeah, that was the worst decision. Anybody that hires Mike Brown needs shot.
I'd
say Jim Buss is when it started.
Yeah, I was about to say D'Antoni did play Kobe about 50 minutes a game.
In a 48-minute game.
And then he made us win the last 2 games of the previous season to push us out of the lottery even more. So
sounds about right.
Yeah.
They tried to do it again this year, trying to get out of the lottery.
They almost did it.
Yeah. And you're right. Anybody that hires Mike Brown should be shot. Look at your Cavaliers owner over there.
God. Trust me, I wasn't happy about it.
Just a word of advice. Don't ever come to L.A. and say you like Mike D'Antoni. I don't think you get out alive.
Yeah. Mike's gotten his ass kicked a few times.
Hey, he was great in Phoenix. That's all I'm going to say.
I'll leave my D'Antoni shirt at home when I come.
Smart man. The Milwaukee Bucks are getting a new uniform again this upcoming season. And guess what?
Right.
Team still sucks.
They tried to make the deer look scarier in their logo. He's got red eyes, or no, he doesn't really. But.
No, this is true. Here's the best part about the uniform. They've added a blue stripe to the inside of the collar, so that they can appeal to the blue collar fans.
Oh, I like
that'll
that.
do it. That'll do it.
You can't even see it. It's on the inside.
You're in Milwaukee. It's all blue collar fans there.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
No, they're stupid.
The problem is that no one realizes what their old jerseys look like because nobody watches them.
Right.
Yeah.
No one's ever seen a Bucks game.
They'll never know the difference.
Their team colors should be the color beer.
That's
People would
right.
care.
The Milwaukee Hops.
The Milwaukee Genuine Drafts.
That'd be good. I'll post a picture on the old twat box of their new
speaking of
uniforms
which,
at the charity strick. It'll be the first time anybody ever sees their uniform.
Speaking of which, why hasn't Miller ever sponsored a draft? Miller Genuine Draft.
What the hell?
Presents the draft.
Yeah,
That's true.
I don't get it.
Get that man a marketing job.
Yeah. Don Draper over here, everybody.
He's working wonders for the charity strike.
Yeah, he could sell blowjob to a gay man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, that doesn't take anything.
Other way around.
Yeah. And finally, for basketball, should Hack-a-Shaq be outlawed? What say ye? I'll start with Mike.
No. Make people learn how to shoot a fucking free throw.
Midlife.
I absolutely agree.
Dan.
No. I mean, it's you eliminate that, no one's going to be shooting free throws anymore because there's no penalty for it.
Not only that, look at last night. Mozgov, I think, was on the bench because he's a poor free throw shooter and he was getting to the free throw line. They didn't need that in the last 10 minutes, and it became a compelling game at that point.
And Phil.
Since everybody said no, I really want to say yes, but there's no way I can defend that. I have to say no. I mean, it's strategy. It's coaching. Learn how to make a free throw. It's
There you go.
part of the game.
Yeah, Adam Silver was asked about it again, and he said he has no intention of putting in some sort of Hack-a-Shaq thing, so it's outlawed. And I agree with all this. You want to stop being fouled? Shoot a fucking free throw.
Yeah, exactly.
Learn
It's your
how to
job.
shoot. Yeah,
You're a basketball player.
Yeah, DeAndre, I love you, buddy, but learn how to shoot a fucking free throw, and they won't do it to you anymore.
Yeah, and he even brought up numbers, which is what I love about this guy. He's like, look, he said 65 to 75% of the Hack-a-Shaqs in the playoffs were down to two teams.
That's right.
And
75% were the two
players,
yeah.
Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
And if those two ass clowns would learn how to shoot a free throw,
Yeah.
there wouldn't be a Hack-a-Shaq.
That's right.
Get DeAndroid in there.
That's just Android's balls. The Android
Make some free throws.
is the solution. Anyways, all right. I think that's it for basketball. I'm going to hit a little music, and then Phil can talk a little hockey with Mike.
Yeah, I want to drive the Zamboni.
We can take a break.
Beer time, everybody.
Call us when you're done.
Got a cold one here.
Your life's going to go do an Uber.
So anyways, we are down game 2 in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Game 3 tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
I almost
between
knew it was up.
the New York Rangers and the Dallas Stars.
All right.
I'm not that dumb.
I know. Hey, wait a minute.
It's
Yeah, you know
Anaheim
what
and
we
the Devils.
Oh,
Sorry,
man.
what?
All I know is that the Blackhawks
Yeah.
and somebody.
I was like, who's it really?
Are you there, Phil?
Do we lose him?
I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, he's there.
Oh, okay. Thought he got angry and hung up there.
He's waiting for these idiots to shut up.
Yeah. All right, we'll shut up. We'll let you talk about
Sorry.
hockey.
Hear anything you were saying? Sorry.
That's probably better for you.
Yeah, probably. Game 3 tonight. I only got to see about a period and a half of it before I had to come over here. But it was tied 1-1 when I left.
That's depressing.
The series is tied 1-1. It's really been a tight series to me. I think Tampa Bay's outplayed Chicago a little bit, but with Chicago, putting together in game 1, Tampa Bay was up 1-0. Ben Bishop was pitching a shutout and just having an insane game, and Chicago scored like 2 goals
confused.
within 6 minutes. Hit a grand slam, home run, kicked a field goal. No, no. Bishop was
Did he go
shutting out
yard?
the Blackhawks in game 1. That's what that means, pitching a shutout. in
Nice.
hockey.
I like that.
So
Do they do hack a shack in hockey?
yeah.
Actually, they do. There's a lot of grabbing and holding.
Ooh.
They
I wonder
give
if Mike
enforcers,
watches.
they give enforcers penalty shots so they can't score.
Okay.
Are the enforcers like DeAndre Jordan of the NHL?
No, they're like
Like Ron Artest in Detroit.
I'm trying to think of
Oh,
an
yeah.
enforcer that played for the Kings. I can't think of one.
No.
No.
Not a good
Me-
history
We,
of those.
we wouldn't know it anyways.
Yeah, make up something. We'll believe you.
You're
Dave Gergensen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. So anyhow, it looked like Tampa Bay was going to steal game 1. Blackhawks scored 2 goals within 6 minutes towards the end of the third period to steal it, and then ended up winning 2-1. So they take home ice advantage now. Game 3 and 4 will be in Chicago, and Chicago's really got the deeper team. I think they've got the better roster. The only part where I think Tampa Bay is a little bit better is goaltending, but even coaching, I think Chicago has the advantage. So I see Chicago pulling it out. Being able to steal game 1 in Tampa Bay was huge, but really in the first 2 games, Tampa Bay has looked like the better team, though. So
Well, the whole playoffs, Tampa Bay has probably been the most consistent team.
yeah, I would say so too. And Ben Bishop has probably been the best goaltender in the entire postseason so far. Between him and Henrik Lundqvist, I mean, that was a pretty insane series in the Eastern Conference Finals, watching them two go head to head. But Bishop has kind of bailed them out when they've needed it. They've got such a young, talented group of forwards. They've got this triplets line with Tyler Johnson, Andre Palat, and Nikita Kucherov, who have scored 30 of the Tampa Bay Lightning's 61 goals in the playoffs between
Holy
those three.
shit.
So, yeah, and they're all like 22 and younger or something like that. So, both teams have a lot of forward talent. Chicago's definitely more experienced. Obviously, they've been in the Stanley Cup Finals 2 times in the last 4 years or 5 years. So, it's hard to go against Chicago, but in the first 2 games here, even with Tampa Bay dropping that one at home, they've really looked like the better team.
Hey, Phil, I know we didn't mention this, but did you see the first goal of the series?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but, I mean, wasn't it, like, pretty impressive? Didn't the guy, like, flip it behind his hip?
It was kind of I don't know. Some people
Everyone was
called
making,
it
I was like, I thought it was pretty impressive.
You must have been watching sports. Center.
Some people called it a little fluky, but I mean, it was definitely, not something you'd expect to see in the Stanley Cup Finals. I guess guys are usually just a little more, I don't know, especially in Game 1. They come out maybe. I don't think reserved is the right word, but you want to play cautious because you don't want to try to do something like that and screw it up and just really look bad in front of everybody that's watching. But yeah, definitely an impressive goal.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Breaking news. Uh-oh.
It's breaking news. News that's breaking.
Just thought everybody should know that the Lightning have defeated the Blackhawks.
Oh, my God.
3-2.
Once again, the most
is
consistent
hockey,
team
right?
in the NHL playoffs.
Oh,
we're,
wow.
we're still talking hockey?
Minor league baseball.
Okay, thank you. Okay, here's a quick question I have. I've been hearing about some goalie that kept leaving the game and coming back. So what's up with that?
Well, in Game 2, Lightning goalie Ben Bishop went out twice for unknown reasons. They weren't really sure what was going on.
Heroin.
Lightning head coach. Yeah,
Diarrhea.
he just had to go to the bathroom and do a bump real quick. Nobody's really sure what happened in Game 2. The Tampa Bay coach, John Cooper, wouldn't say anything. Hockey, they're always really secretive with injuries anyway, so you got to imagine in the Stanley Cup Finals, you're not really going to find out what's going on. But they didn't know if he'd play Game 3, but he did, and evidently wasn't good enough. They ended up losing 3-2. But
Losers.
nobody's really sure what the injury was. They kind of think it was like maybe a knee or I don't know.
Lower body injury?
Lower body somewhere, yeah.
Well,
Just a body injury of some sort.
Phil, we're going to have to cut you off. I apologize. We have a tight show.
Drinking too much?
Huh? Oh, yeah, he's been drinking too
We have a
much.
singer coming on soon.
Yeah, and she's a lot better looking than you.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
So that's really what it comes down. If you were a little hotter, we might keep you on a little longer. That's all, I'm sorry, but
Yeah, that was. I heard the little intro song. It sounded nice. I don't know what exactly she was getting or what she was wanting, but she was definitely getting it.
But all you know is you want to give it to her.
Whatever she wants.
oh, that's too good. Thank you, sir, for hanging out. You guys can get Phil at alongtheboards.com and at P.E. Wishmeyer on the old twat box and everything else. So thank you, sir, for hanging out and talking LeBron's hairline.
All right, thanks, guys. Go Cavs.
All right, we'll talk to you next time.
Now hit my music.
Body's ready, my heart's on fire. Gonna push you over the wire.
Finality's gone. Go Warriors.
Warriors, come on, play. Have you guys ever seen that movie?
Hell yeah.
That's a great movie.
Got it on Laserdisc.
The Warriors. The Laserdisc. Probably is on Laserdisc.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
All right, so some good MMA went down this weekend at the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans, Louisiana, this past Saturday. Dan Henderson, who everybody thought was done, destroyed Tim Boach in, I think it was under a minute. Was it under a minute? Yeah, 28 seconds of the first round. Landed a big right. Did you watch it midlife? It was
I'm
free.
sorry I did not.
Oh, my fucking God. Too many Ubers going on here. Anyways, he knocked him out. Big right hand. Tim Boach did the stupid thing, came in on Dan Henderson, was aggressive, and that's when Dan Henderson is the man and put him out. So at 44 years old, Dan Henderson, I think, is the oldest man other than Randy Couture to win a UFC fight, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow.
But probably the oldest to ever get a knockout. I'm pretty sure about that. Ben Rothwell, also on the card, got a nice little submission front choke on Matt Mitrione. Mitrione made a mistake, and a guy who has no ground game tried to take down a guy who has good ground game and got choked out for it. So Dustin Poirier, the hometown man in Louisiana, got himself a first-round knockout over Yancy Medeiros. Medeiros came in overweight. He was a man. I guess he came to Dustin Poirier's his hotel room and said, "Hey, look, I'm not going to make weight, and I apologize. Will you still take the fight?" Poirier said, "Sure, because I'm going to kick your ass and get 20% of your money." So because that's the fine for not making weight. So
Bitch,
why
better have
not?
my money.
Why not? Plus, he's fighting in his home crowd. He's going to take that fight. Brian Ortega made a believer
can't
out of
take
me.
that, Brian.
I've never seen this guy fight, but he fought one of the veterans of the UFC, Thiago Tavares, took him to the limit, finally knocked him out in the third round, 4 minutes and 10 seconds into the round. One of the best fights I've seen this year.
Wow.
Ortega, he's one of those guys that has a great ground game, but it didn't seem like he had the striking to do anything. But all of a sudden in the third round, he put striking together and made me a believer that this guy could be an up-and-coming fighter. So watch out for Brian
All
Ortega.
right, we have a believer.
That's right. And then we got some sweet gin music.
I should have prepped that song.
Yeah, from Sean Jordan. Early in the card.
Same first name.
boy.
He's also from Louisiana, so they had him as the
Not
the,
your boy,
yeah. They had him as the main event of the undercard, and he got a nice sweet chin music knockout of Derek Lewis. It was beautiful. It was actually a hook kick, but he hit it flat like a sweet chin music, so it was beautiful, and I loved it, and everybody else went crazy with some memes online of Sean Jordan watching HBK fights before he went out there and fought.
Rightfully so.
Breaking over the weekend, UFC's drug policy, which we have talked about on here, we didn't know what exactly the punishments would be for taking certain substances. And we finally know it's actually